So why is it when one appliance goes bad, they all start to go bad? I don't know. Anyway, that's the case for me now. Here's the water line that keeps dripping. It'll either drip, 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 or, you know, maybe a drip every half an hour. Anyway, so you would think the problem's right behind here, but it's not. It's actually in the back. There's a valve. So what you need to do is pull out your refrigerator first. And behind the fridge, you're going to find a lot of gross junk on the ground, your plug, and the water line where it goes into the wall. So give it a turn, and it should be off. You can check by trying to get water out of it. And then on the back of this fridge, yours is probably going to look different. I have a little screw there and a couple there that I need to take out. Then I can access this line here. Okay, so now the cover's off. You can see where your valve is. There's two of them, and it's easy to find because you just follow the water line. Before I disconnect it, I'm going to unplug the fridge. Now there's these two screws right here. Now what I'm going to do is just look for part number here. There it is on the side. Mine is model X74QC1. You might not be able to find that exact part number. You see there's another part number down at the bottom, 2188746. Just in case you don't know, a lot of appliances, different brands, use the same parts, and you don't always need an exact match. So anyway, I'm going to go online and buy this part. We'll see how long it takes to get here, and I'm just going to leave this on until I get the new one. Alright, I ordered the new valve on Amazon Prime, less than 20 bucks including shipping. And I didn't go for an exact match. I went for one of these universal ones. Otherwise, it would have cost me a lot more money. Let's see what we got. Disconnect the purple, the white, you push it in. Oh, that's a lot of water coming out of there. There it goes, it stopped. If you push this little part in here, there it is. If you push it in here, you can pull the hose out. See? So here's the old one, here's the new one. And these hoses can have little scrapes like this one does on the end. I can feel it. So I'm going to cut the end off so I have a nice fresh place to connect the new lines. And I'll do that on all three. Because the bracket is different, I'm going to have to bolt that there and then put it on when I'm done. So rather than try and do it when the lines are connected, I'm going to do it now. In case you didn't notice, you have three lines. This one's the gray one. It's going into the fridge. It goes to a filter and it comes out here. So that's the line in. That will hook up here. And then you have two clear ones, and then one goes to the ice maker, one goes to the water dispenser. And you notice one is bigger than the other, and one hole here is bigger than the other. So that's how you know which ones to hook up to what. So it's not a big guessing game. The first line I'm going to attach is the line in. So I need to put in this brass insert, and then this nut, this side first. It's called a compression fitting, and when you tighten it, it squeezes that little brass insert against the pipe and makes a watertight fitting. So when you're tightening it, make sure that you're holding this hose all the way inside. I'm not letting the hose creep out that way. This is nice if you had 3 hands. Tasks like this. That feels pretty good. I'll do it a little bit more. You don't want to over tighten anything. Kind of just use your best judgment, but before you close it all up, you're going to test it anyway and look for leaks. So I'm going to hook up this large water hose next. This one, you take this plastic nut and the flat solid side, see that's the one with the ring on it, flat solid side goes on first, and you push it through like that, and then you take this brass. Now this is the bigger one. It should fit in there nice and clean with not really any extra room. Then you take this and see, here's the large, small on that side. Put the large water out into that hole. It's a little tricky because you have to keep the hose pushed while you're turning the nut. But these ones you can do by hand. Just make sure it's in all the time. You don't want it tightening and being halfway out and then having a flood. Last, I'm going to put on the small line. Put on your compression fitting first. See this nice clean flat side? That goes on the tube first, and then you should see the threads on the inside there. And then you put on this tube. Now this line can barely, this brass piece barely fits, and it's really difficult. See that? I'm pushing pretty hard, but if you have to, just smash it up against the metal of the fridge. There we go. And that should work. Next, rams right back in there and is tightened just like the first. Make sure it stays all the way in while you're tightening it. So you see these are big and small. See the width of those connectors? These are also big and small, so you shouldn't be confused about which ones they go to. They should only fit on one kind there. Just like that. Okay. Now I'll turn it on before I hook it back up and attach it there, just in case there's any leaks. I want them to know about it now, not when it makes a puddle on the floor. You have to remember to run several gallons of water through here, at least 2. Make sure you get all the bubbles out. Okay, I just unplugged the fridge again just because I don't want to be near electricity or a spinning fan blade while I'm working on stuff. And I'm taking another look at all these fittings to make sure I don't see any signs of a bead of water at all, and I don't, which is always nice. Yeah, it looks real clean. So now that I'm confident in that, I have to figure out how to tuck this carefully back in here and screw it on. You don't want anything kinked or pushed more than it absolutely needs to be. I'll just put in the mounting screws again, tighten them. Now what I like to do is come back the next day and take a look, make sure again that nothing's dripping, because I moved the hoses a bit to get in here and it's just not worth a huge puddle ruining your floor. So just come back in a day or later that day and feel the edges of your compression fittings and make sure there's no water leaking. Anyway, that's it. I hope this has been helpful. If so, please click like, and I got a lot more how-to and home repair videos coming up. So thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.